Hello, welcome to Brown Dog Gadgets Live. I'm Amanda, the Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. With all the sound effects and the camera control, we've got Pete.
I'm over here in the corner.
There you are.
Yeah,
because when you do that, you show off my ugly table that I have over there.
There's a lot of buttons back here.
It's true.
All right.
Today we are going to be making some Valentine bunnies into a decoration. So not even a card. I know I've done a lot of cards. This is actually something that you could actually put up on a shelf and decorate for Valentine's Day.
True.
But before that, if you have not followed us on social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, any of our templates, projects that you see here today, you can find at browndoggadgets.com. If you have any questions or comments while we're live streaming, please chat with us. Otherwise, if you have questions afterwards, you can always email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. All right, our project today, bunnies.
What? Yeah.
You just can't see the grass because it's green. There's grass here.
Because the grass is always greener on the green screen.
There you go.
Yep.
So it's a little, it stands up. You could set it on a table or a counter. It's awesome. All right, let's switch to that overhead camera.
There we go.
Now you can see the grass, but you just can't actually see it from the front when I stand it up on the overhead camera.
Yeah.
It's a really fun project, just nice and easy to do, and adds a little bit of some festive bunnies for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
All right, so to make this project, we've got our template. Like I said, you can print this off for free on browndoggadgets.com. Also, keep in mind, we do highly suggest that you print off on a thicker cardstock just to make sure that it stands up to the circuitry as well as kind of standing up in this case.
Right. Literally standing up.
Literally standing up. It also comes with some basic directions on it. This is an earlier project of ours, so it's got a direction card.
It's called Classic Brown Dog Gadgets.
Classic.
Yes.
Classic. Old school.
Still works.
Brown Dog Gadgets. So the first thing, and I actually already edited this one. It had a couple things that I didn't like, so it's updated. Fancy.
Yeah.
The first thing that you'll want to do is color it, whether you're coloring the bunnies or leaving them solid. I colored in the grass and the heart. Just a nice, simple coloring project. My daughter would probably make the bunnies purple because why not?
If you made them brown, they could work for Easter. They could be chocolate bunnies.
Ah, I like it.
Yeah.
And then just kind of change the shape of the heart.
Put an egg there. Or
Easter egg?
It could still be a heart. I don't know.
That's true. You can love Easter.
It's true.
So then after coloring it, you would cut it out. The tricky part is I would use an X-Acto knife to cut out this part in the middle here. And then you do want to make a snip right along this solid line at the bottom here because that's what will help you fold it. So once we've done that, looks like this. And I think, yep, I did already cut that slit. Thank you. So we are going to go ahead and build that circuitry. But before I do that, I'm going to actually, on the dotted lines, I'm going to fold. Now I did score these to make it a little bit easier for myself. But I want to be able to easily fold it up once I've got the circuitry on it. So the goal is to be able to fold it like that, and then it stands up. But we don't need that while we're building the circuit. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to fold easily once the circuit is in place. All right, the first thing we're going to need to do is poke 2 holes in the middle of the heart for our LED. I mean, it is a red heart, so we might as well go with a red LED. I'm going to use a safety pin for this. You could use a safety pin or a push pin, that's up to you. I would highly suggest using one of the two. If you just try to push the LED legs through, you will not be successful and you will most likely break your LED legs.
Yep.
All right. And I don't remember which side I did the long leg and short leg on, so I'm going to check this one just because, why not? All right, I have the short off to the right. So I'm going to have my longer leg going off to the left, or positive, the shorter leg going off to the right. Doesn't truly matter as long as you know which one is which. And then when I flip it over, I'm going to bend those legs down to kind of match the shape itself, but I'm not going to put them all the way flat. Technically, yes, this is a paper circuit project, so I could just tape them down to the paper itself because it's not super porous. However, since it moves and folds in, I do think the sandwich method for the maker tape is the best way to go here, so I'll show you how to do that in a moment. If I said maker tape and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, maker tape is a nylon conductive tape. It is the far superior cousin to copper foil tape. Copper foil tape is just very finicky to use, especially in the classroom. It breaks really easily. It's not conductive all the way through. It's just a mess. Maker tape is so much better. It is easy to use. You can remove it. It is conductive all the way through, or Z-axis conductive, so you can overlap two pieces and it still works. It's just really great stuff. If you've never used maker tape before, you can jump online and request a sampler pack. In the sampler pack, we've got 5 meters of maker tape on a handy dandy holder, and it has 5 projects in here for you to just try out to kind of understand a little bit about who we are here at Brown Dog Gadgets. Also, if you want the holders and you have a 3D printer, you can go onto browndoggadgets.com and find those 3D printable files. We've got the holder for our 5 meter roll, for our 20 meter roll. We've got battery holders. You can make a large battery holder. And then Josh really wanted me to mention this, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pete's getting fancy over here. So Pete...
Do you have a real microbit there? Or no?
You know, I don't.
Yeah. All right.
This session has nothing to do with microbit. However, Pete's been making just a bigger version of a microbit. The buttons don't work yet. I know he's got plans. I know something's going to happen eventually. But this is also a 3D printed file that eventually Pete will put up on the website as well. So you could print your own giant display microbit.
Yeah, this is a bit more complex than all of our other things. And we kind of did this for ourselves for fun. Most of the other stuff is actual useful things.
Right.
I mean, Josh always says, like, a lot of teachers will have a 3D printer or access to one, and they're like, well, I don't know what to even print with it. So we tried to come up with some useful things that could help with our projects or whatever.
Useful.
Yeah, useful.
Not useful.
I mean,
awesome.
Still useful.
It will be useful at our conferences and conventions when it attracts you to our booth.
You got it.
That's the purpose.
Indeed.
All right, back on maker tape. Also, if you want to make this project, all you really need is our paper circuits kit, which you can find at browndoggadgets.com. And this will have everything that you need except the template, which you can print off at browndoggadgets.com. You can jump over there and do that. But this will have the maker tape, the LEDs, batteries, and that's truly all you need to make your Valentine bunnies. All right, for our maker tape, to get it off of the backing, you hold it about 1 centimeter away from the top and use the pad of your finger to pull down a couple times and it will come off. I am fairly good at it now, so sometimes I do make it look easy.
You are probably the best. You do it more than anyone else.
I really do.
I sometimes go weeks without doing it, and I'm like, how does it work again?
That's true. All right, I am going to put a piece of maker tape underneath the LED leg and then one over the top because I want to make sure it's making a solid connection. And since I'm going to actually bend the paper in, I don't want it to bend away from that maker tape. I'm going to do that on both sides. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to put the piece on top until I kind of build out my circuitry because I'm going to need to pull this in to do that. So I'll put that down onto the pathways in a minute. But I'm going to build so this is my short leg or my negative leg of the LED. So I'm going to build my negative pathway down to the bottom here. And that's where my battery is going to go. And I'm just going to take a strip of it. Might be too long, it might be too short, but you know what? That's the beauty of maker tape.
The battery provides power to the circuit.
Whoa.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm just gonna do it just like that. So since this is the negative leg, I wanna make sure that this pathway leads to the negative side of the battery. And to connect the battery, we're going to use a loop of maker tape. So all I'm going to do is take about an inch worth of maker tape and roll it up just like you would a tape loop on the back of a poster. And I'm going to put that right on top of that pathway. Then we'll take our CR2032 battery with the positive side facing up, since we want that negative side touching that pathway. And I put it right on top. Perfect. And then I'm going to work on my positive side. Remember, I still haven't connected those LED legs yet. That's okay. I'm just working on the pathways just to get it all set up.
And the maker tape kind of bends really easily and folds because it's fabric, basically, as compared to that terrible.
It's true.
I have this graphic too that Josh likes. Where is it? This one.
Yep, absolutely. And the great thing is, since I can overlap it, it just makes it easier to actually build the circuit itself.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes it a little more foolproof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now this last piece of maker tape that I'm going to use is going to, well, not the last, but the bottom piece here. It's going to start on the top of the battery, but then I need to actually fold my sides in before connecting it. So it was a little too long, but guess what? It doesn't really matter. So the only other thing that I have to do now is I need to make sure that my LEDs are connected to those pathways. So we'll take a piece of maker tape on top of each of those LED legs. And I'm going to really make sure it's got a solid connection. And I'm going to run my nail along the sides of that LED leg, just to make sure that it's got a solid path. So that was my positive LED leg, and now we'll do that with the negative as well. There we go. So my circuit is complete. And when I flip it over, it should be lit up. There we go. So as you can see, I can kind of futz with it so it'll actually stand up. And then you can use that to decorate maybe your desk at work, maybe a shelf at home, whatever the case may be. Put it on the mantle. Makes great decoration for Valentine's Day.
It could go on the corner of a table.
Ooh.
Just like it fits perfectly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Might look a little awkward, but I kind of like the idea. So this is our Valentine bunnies.
You got it.
Yeah. Just a fun little way to decorate for Valentine's Day. Tomorrow we will be working on our robot buddy. So we've got our robot buddy that has, one of it has a Cupid front to it, the other one has a heart. I'll show you the Cupid, I'll build the heart. And then next week, today is Wednesday, right? So it's Thursday.
Yeah. Next
Great.
week there's nothing.
Next week we have nothing. We will be at TCEA. So if you are at TCEA in Texas, please come stop by and say hi. I do not know our booth number yet, but
No, unless I do a secret stream next week, insider view
I like
of
it.
something behind the scenes, maybe. I don't know.
I think you should, Pete.
I'll do it.
Now you said it. People are gonna want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just pick a topic. Don't tell Josh though.
Okay.
Make it a secret.
Secret.
Okay.
Secret for us and those people watching.
You got it.
I like it. So we will be off next week for TCEA. The following week, we've got a few more Valentine projects to finish up since Valentine's is that next Friday. And then lots more projects to come. We will also be starting some microbit live streams later in February. So lots of fun things to come. Please make sure you tune in. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms yet, just a reminder, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, and YouTube. We have also been putting out a lot of different live streams, so you can find all of those old live streams on YouTube under the Lives tab. Also, on all of our social media platforms, we've been putting out short reels, so please check those out, like them, share them, comment on them, watch them.
Yeah,
all of that would be wonderful. I've put a lot of time and effort into making those, so.
It's true.
Yeah. Learned a lot in the process. Other than that, that is all we have for you today.
That's all we got.
We hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you next time. Have a good night.
Yep.